Hi, you guys. How are you? It is January 23rd, 2025.
Hi, you guys. How
Whoops.
are you? It is
I
January
need to
23rd,
mute.
2025.
Mute.
Hi, you guys.
Gosh. Sorry about that. I forgot to mute myself. It is good to see you guys. I'm glad that I'm able to do this live with you. I'm headed out of town tomorrow for a solid week, so I won't be able to go live probably until next Friday, which I think is like the 30th or something. Yeah, and we will be just after the new moon in Aquarius, which is a really, 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 really important new moon, okay? So I will definitely be going live on Friday because we got to powwow and we got to get crystal clear about what our vision is going forward as citizens to pave the way of where we're going. Let me say hello to you guys. Oh, wait. The chat is showing up on YouTube on the screen, but on my screen, just a second, it is not. What's going on here? Okay, does this work? Put this back. No, it's still there. I don't know how to turn that off. I thought I just turned it off. Oh, well. I'm sorry, you guys. I will try to stick to this portion of the screen. I'm I don't know how that showed up again because that wasn't there last time. It's been a while. So anyway, let me say hello. How are you guys? Hi, Charlie, Electra, Carrie, Carolyn. I'm here. Marie, click on the screen over the chat. It doesn't show for me. I had to go into a different menu, so I think we're just gonna deal with it here. Yeah, I'm sorry. No, I can't do that. Okay. So anyway, that's it. Okay. Okay, let's start at the top here. Hi, Gigi. Real reason for a cancellation for both events, original space, the 19th and the 20th. I don't know what those are about. My general feeling is that cancellation is kind of like the same reason why everything's getting canceled and deleted off of websites. Like they took the Constitution off the White House.gov page. They removed the whole January 6th investigation stuff from DOJ page. So that's kind of a thing in the air going on. Hi, Marie, Julia, Teresa, Melinda, very good. Antoinette's granddaughter, thank you, well worth waiting for. Moonchild, Brenda. Hi, Cynthia, Paisley, Just Joy, Nancy Samp, Denise, Virginia, Blessed, Rosie Grammy, Glenn from New York, Vegan Aries, ooh. Carrie Marie, Nancy Rudy, hi. Hi, Mary. Yeah, I know there's something over here too. I don't know. I haven't had time to figure this out. So we're just gonna deal with it the way it is tonight, okay? So I know this week has been so hard. It's been very hard. And believe it or not, since Monday, even before Monday, I have not turned on any news. I have checked in social media here and there. I even have him muted on my account, and I am still seeing way too much. I can't even imagine if I were watching the news on top of it. You guys have got to turn that off and find another means to watch, because what you have now, you have Zuck and Felonia in cahoots with their social media platforms. And we've seen how the news, the broadcast networks, have all gone state-run media. And they are all planning together what to show, what not to show, and how to tag team one another to keep us absolutely crazy and absolutely muffled so nobody can hear us. Okay? This is such a bigger op of suppression of political speech, blacking out media stories, okay? So I just assume you all know the Daily Beans on the podcast. That's where I get a lot of my news from. I love them. I think that they are a great team together. AG, I can't think of what her initials are. But she also has had podcasts on Jack, and also, what's the most recent one that they started? Well, they read the report that was released. Allison Gill. I'm also very, very curious. I am really excited about the Contrarian that was started by Jennifer Rubin, and I keep forgetting what his name is. But, they were WAPO journalists who went and started their own thing on Substack. You can go to that homepage and look at the archived page, and you can see videos there. You can read articles, great articles. They had, our favorite legal brains from MSNBC are part of it as well. I'm really excited for where they're going, and they know the seriousness of the moment that we're in, and calling out, mainstream media, all of them, on what's going on. So please consider getting your news from somewhere else. It can be done. I can't believe I've been able to do this since Sunday. What I have been doing, though, replacing my time, I'm like, well, I guess I have to, start binge watching some of those shows that I never got to watch before because I was too consumed with politics. And I'm telling you, we've been there, done that. I am not giving that guy another ounce of my time. I will still be a responsible citizen in the background and donate and call my representatives. But it's not that I'm tuned out. I'm just being very highly specific in how I tune in. But it's like I feel like I've had my whole life open up even more on so many levels just because I'm like, I'm listening to Anthony Fauci's audiobook. It is really, really good. I love hearing his background and where he grew up in New York. It's really pretty fascinating. I did start an audiobook. I'm like, why did I start this audiobook? Because it is just so dark. And anyway, it's called The Book of the Unknown Midwife, I think. Bad week to pick that one up. I might have to come back to that one later. But I'm listening to different news channels and trying to get different information in that regard. And my friends recommending different miniseries to watch. I am so hooked on the Dune Prophecy miniseries in HBO because I watched Dune 1 and 2 with my kids over break. So please get creative in what you're watching and where you're putting attention, because now more than ever, your physical body needs you to take really, 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 really great care of it, okay? We still have Mars retrograde. That is still really hard on the body, okay? It doesn't have enough energy to kind of defend ourselves. And so you don't want to burden your body with so much stuff going ahead, because you guys know that that March through August period, this year is going to be pandemonium. It is going to be like a different episode of your life, like every day, every week, okay? And nobody is going to be in control of it, okay? Don Julio is going to be shocked because he's going to be like, we lost the narrative again. Why isn't this working anymore? Because they're working from an old platform. an energy platform that's been in place for quite some time, aside from Pluto. But that the Neptune in Pisces transit is coming to an end, and that's where all the propaganda and state media lies, all that hides. And that comes to an end in this year as these big planets move, okay? Oh my goodness. Thank you. Just kidding. Thank you for your donations. You guys, hang out at the end. I will draw some cards for you and your questions. Okay? Yeah, Electra. Can you believe Denmark? I love it. And you know what it is? Not only have we been there, done that, so has the world. And the world has no patience. They are not pulling their punches. They know what to expect. And we are going to have a sense of isolationism, but we are still very intimately connected with them on however Biden closed things, and also with NATO, and also with like all those agreements we've had overseas. Like there's that one with the UK and Australia. There's that one, hello, Japan and Korea are friends again. So there are a lot of things he's put into place around the world that was a check on, China. Can I say that? China. And so it's really important for Don Julio to remove our presence in these things. And it's going to create a vacuum. That's what's happening with withdrawing from who? The World Health Organization. And now he has frozen NIH, the National Institutes of Health. Well, what does that do? It grinds our greatest minds to a halt. And it lets China, get back in the game because they've been making inroads with members of who? See, he's so into the China now, but, they have to blame everybody else and have a different narrative so that we don't really see what the true motive is. Okay, got it? Janice Rose, remember 9/11, we all turned on I Love Lucy. You guys watch that stuff. That's great stuff. Hi, Patty. I'm glad you're here, too. Hi, Rob D. Yes, Delphian. And his judges are already slapping things down. I don't know if you guys recall, but I think it was around the new moon in Capricorn. We're still in this new moon Capricorn cycle, okay? And the way it was set up in Washington, D.C., it split Don Julio from the Republican Party right on the ascendant, okay? So it was like, it had the sense of there's a split between them. He doesn't have that automatic, magical sticky glue where they all have to fall into line and that people were going to rebel. We are in the age of rebellion. We've got Pluto in Aquarius and the Denmark PM telling Don Julio to go F himself. That is what everyone is going to be doing. His judge struck him down. And the thing is, this sun in Aquarius, it is all about empowerment. I want to make sure you guys get that really, really loud and clear, because you have to take that energy back. That's the other reason why I just want you to get away from the news cycle, because they are stealing your empowerment. And as we get to this new moon in Aquarius, I don't know if you guys can feel that energy of self-empowerment, kind of like your self-righteousness. It makes you stand up a little bit taller and stronger. It gives you more confidence to speak your truth. And the thing is, everybody has access to it, but we are just kind of stuck in this old habit of everyone kowtowing to him. These are not kowtowing energies right now. The energies right now are fueling self-empowerment, and thank goodness we wrote those new moon wishes in Capricorn together, because we focus so much on the purge, okay? Purging is going to still continue to be a theme. It is his first week. The first 100 days, they usually get their way, but there's already people saying, I don't think so. I do want to tell you, I know it has been really awful this week. There's a good reason why. It feels like, don't you guys feel like we're totally trapped by him? Our hands are tied. There's nothing to do. Nobody can get away from this except for to watch he and Felonia. That's how the chart is set up this week. So again, we can't give him too much credit for the way we're feeling because it's just naturally that way with the aspects. And I just want to show you this one thing and why that is. Because we had our first quarter moon. What day was that? Oh my gosh. So, oh my gosh. Okay, we're going to stay here for a bit because it is really interesting, the dynamics that were happening. So we have that on Monday. I have a dream day. And then on the 21st at 3:30 was our third quarter moon in Scorpio and the sun in Aquarius. So on this day, on the 20th, the sun was 0 degrees Aquarius. Pluto is like 1 degree in like 52 minutes Aquarius. Okay, so they're conjunct. What happens the following day, we have the sun and the moon are an exact square. I think at 2 degrees, but it's actually 1 degree, like 59 minutes, something like that, okay? But then what happened is that the sun, which represents the leader, goes on to 2 degrees, etc. So we have this happening on Monday. They're very close. So it's like Don Julio as the sun, like remember the earth spins. So it's like as the sun is spinning, actually the earth is spinning. But in the chart, the sun Donald is in front of Pluto. I'm sorry. So what happens is as this stuff is spinning, we have the sun here and the Pluto here in the conjunction on that day. So it's like he's leading everything he touches with the power of Pluto at his back. Okay? The power to destroy, the power to just do all of his crazy, wonderful dreams. And he feels very self-righteous in doing so. But when we had this quarter moon, it flipped because now Pluto is leading the sun. So it's like everything now that he's facing head on, it comes at him with the intensity of Pluto filtering everything towards him. And everything is a power grab for him, which is what Pluto is. But his nemesis and those things that really can hurt him, which he's so vulnerable right now, it hits him with that same Pluto intensity. I just need to see some cards. Which cards am I going to do? So up here, he's like feeling like I can take on the world. This is the day, MLK Day, okay? And he has a sense of destiny, like I can do this. The 10th house world. I'm crowning the skies of the world. I'm the center of attention. We have this quarter moon, and now Pluto leads the way. He has felt so tiny to me, you guys. This feels like, as I've been tuning into his energy, it just feels like someone pulled out the rug from under him. So things changed on a dime, and it feels like this is a challenge. Oh, is that interesting? So we have Chiron, the wound. So his Chiron, the wound, it's the wound that's in everybody's chart. It's the wound that only you can heal, okay? His wound happens to be conjunct the USA Saturn in Libra, which are the scales of justice. So his wound is symbolized by democracy because he hates it. And the other thing that he's got there is the asteroid Juno, which kind of symbolizes marriage. So it's like he's married to this wound and he's got other people in cahoots with him. Because for him, Chiron, to heal his wound is to overturn democracy. His coup on the USA. So this is how he's feeling. This is really significant because this is like, these are doubts. This is like much harder than he thinks it's going to be. Does that make sense? Oh, hi, Gigi. Thank you so much. Marie, I'm calm thinking let him destroy him. It is. And I have to tell you this visual that I keep getting with Pluto. But, so the 10th house, MLK Day. I'm on top of the world. I'm awesome. Everything's going my way. Oh, that's interesting. The Wheel of Fortune reversed. It's like it's my fortune. It's bad. He's going to turn all of his wishes onto everybody. Okay? Good luck for him. Bad luck for... And this is what he wants. But now there's a problem with this wound. Show me the problem with the wound. And he feels very, very challenged in trying to carry this out. Okay, this is his wound. The Six Wands mob. The same old characters from Putin, Unji, and all them. So this is his wound. They were supposed to help him carry this out, but it's also reversed because it's celebrity status and it's his pals. But they're supposed to kind of keep it under wraps, even though they're not trying really hard these days. But here's the challenge. They're all trying to work on this. The High Priestess. I feel like... Did you guys watch that video that I just did about Project 2025? And how I was like, the Biden administration took that huge, massive book, 800 pages. They combed through it line by line, agency by agency, people by people, on what the plan is, and then to try every single option to spoil it and have things overturned. And what it came down to was they just built this massive, massive barrier that protects our great infrastructure that they created with our secrets and stuff, to make it impossible. I was going to say virtually impossible, but then I got impossible for them to get in and access, because it's like a whole new system. They're walking in there like, this wasn't here when we were here last time. What's happening? So the veil, trying to get behind the veil. It was like I could feel someone like getting to the spot where they were going to access stuff, and they were like, fudge. Like, I can't do it. This is the challenge. You guys, there it is again, that Ace of Swords. This came up in that exact reading. This is trying to penetrate what's locked down behind there. They can't get in there. The Page of Pentacles, the programmers cannot get in. Remember I said there were all those pages of pentacles that set everything up. They're discovering that they are like locked out. So that is just what's happening with the aspects. Now, and I'm going to just show you why we just feel so trapped. And it's just because of this lunation. We're going to feel, the moon's going to go in Sagittarius. But we will be feeling a little bit more freed up come tomorrow night. And then as the weekend goes on, it's just like we're free. But the reason why that is happening is because, as you guys know, in a chart, the sun represents the leader, the moon represents the people. We had a quarter crisis moon in Scorpio. So Scorpio is the intensity of it. I personally like that we started off with these aspects, even though they feel awful, because everyone has their Scorpio eyes and their Scorpio vibe going on. Okay. So what happened in this chart over here, we're going to go over. This is the 5th house, which I always say represents the house of the leader. So we had this quarter moon, and oops, and the sign of Scorpio, the entire sign was intercepted, okay? So what leads this house is Libra, those good feelings he had from MLK Day. Then we have this quarter moon, and he has all these plans, but the moon representing the people, we are locked in at his mercy, and whatever leadership is doing, we can't respond. We just stare and gape and watching this train wreck, okay? And that's still going on right now. The moon, I think, is about 27, 28 degrees Scorpio. I think it's void of course, meaning there's no action. There's nothing more we can do right now, okay? So when the moon hits about 6 degrees Sagittarius, we're going to feel freed up in this area, and then it's going to pop over the 7th house and become above the horizon. Now, that sun then, I think, is over here in the 8th house. It's good. I think it's going to travel like to the 9th house for the new moon next week on the 29th, okay? And that's also going to feel totally different, but it's like we kind of started bound up. Does that make sense? Hi, you guys. Oh, wait, what? Okay. Google removed the chat on it. Okay. I'm going to do that later, but thank you, Marie. I will keep note of that. What do you mean we're free? We will feel freed up. Right now, we feel like we are suffocating and we can't move, it being represented by the people. But as this moon moves along, everybody's going to feel some freedom to move around and challenge. And like if we're going to challenge them and him, we're going to have more ability to do so, more resources to do so. We're going to have more momentum to be able to do that, because right now we can't do anything but just kind of sit and watch and admire him, okay? Uranus is pretty active right now. Yeah, it was. It felt like things were percolating today as the moon was opposing Uranus. And wow. This is another aspect I want you guys to be really careful with going towards our new moon and through our new moon, because I don't know how Uranus is going to behave now that we have the sun and Pluto in Aquarius, okay? But, Pluto and Uranus together bring intensity and extremes. Hell froze over in the south. That is totally Pluto Aquarius. Record-setting weather, record-setting temperatures, etc., going from one extreme to another. That's Pluto. It's like we're in all of it, okay? Peg, are our bank accounts safe? I think so. But you know what? I was also, before I was going live, I was like, I have to remind those guys to have cash on hand. Prices are already going up on stuff. I went and got my allergy medicine today, and just because I have to get it every 10 days because there's Sudafed in it, and just from 10 days ago, it went up $3 for 10 tabs. I'm like, here we go. And now with the raids and people aren't, the food, our crops aren't going to get picked, the meat isn't going to get butchered, food prices will go up. So I would like to encourage you guys for the course of this next term, you should have cash on hand and be really smart about the decisions you're making, okay? Now, I have to tell you guys, I did not get to plan for this live as much as I wanted to because I'm getting ready to go out of town tomorrow. But I took all these Post-its here, all these notes on what I wanted to make sure I talked with you guys about before I headed out of town, okay? We've been there, done that. Okay, we talked about that. Good. Yes, our next new moon is very important. You have to be so clear in our future and what we envision together. especially how we come together and unify. I was talking with my neighbor that, and I think I've said it on Blue Sky, that this is the time I think that we get to unify and merge with the opposition. Because this whole time they have been loyal servants to Don Julio and the elections, blah, 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 blah. But now he's in office with all his people. So it's like their hearts are now wide open. And now their eyes can watch the horror and see it for what it truly, truly is. I feel like part of unifying, it was like, yes, we're going to be forced to come together in that regard. Okay, so tarot, they have eyes wide open. Oh, okay, I guess it's just eyes wide open. And their hearts are wide open. This feels frozen, you guys. I can't believe they feel frozen. His supporters over. I am not feeling any enthusiasm here. Eyes, heart. And these are our challenge. Their hearts are wide open. They thought they were getting this, but what they think they're really getting in their hearts is, they were right, meaning Democrats. Because what they thought they were going to be seeing, but what they're really seeing right now, it's horrifying. They are horrified. It feels like everything is being stolen and taken away. They are realizing the real theft that's going on. Their hearts are wide open. It's a challenge. Oh my gosh, this is reversed. This is my card for the office of the President of the United States. I would have expected them to be very joyful. He's in office. He gets to do what we were all wishing for him to do, but it's reversed, meaning this is not what we voted for. We thought we were getting this. We were going to be able to suspend everything the Democrats did and just stop everything because they're making a mess, blah, 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 blah. But what we're actually seeing is the Ace of Cups, the power of one plutocrat. They're realizing it is the plutocracy and the billionaires. I always like to have another cup with it, but they're also realizing it's Russia. The Six of Pentacles, and they are not going to be charitable with the people. They're just going to take what they can get and line their pockets. They are realizing this. So their hearts are wide open so their eyes can see. These are their eyes. This one is reversed too. Oh my God, why am I getting all these reversals? I do get, see, these are right side up. I get so many reversals with him. It's just unreal. So the third house message. This is the messaging. These are the ideas. This is what we were promised. This was the rallies. This is their MAGA speak to one another. They're having a really hard time reconciling what they're seeing and what they were expecting, because they were expecting to see good news, great news, yay, we're in the offices and we're doing great. It's going to be such a great time. We're going to stop them from doing what they're doing and we're going to do our great stuff. But what they're really seeing, harsh legislator. They're seeing them slice right through all the budgets and all the benefits. And they're all thinking, but they didn't mean me. Yeah, they did. So they're already feeling like this. It hasn't even been a week. And this is tremendous buyer's remorse, you guys. Yep. I know, they did vote for that. Absolutely. But this is a time that we're going to come together. You know what I am really enjoying? Adam Kinzinger has a Substack, and once in a while he makes his videos, you know, you don't have to pay for them. I don't subscribe to Substack, but you can still get a lot of information from their individual pages. And I loved his video that he had most recently. It was unlocked, but he was talking about how we're all going to have to come together. And he's like, I'm willing to come and talk to people and talk about our differences because we can have a lot of fun with this. We can do a lot of things. And I just love the way he approached this. And it was like Spirit was like, yeah, this is what's on the table. I don't know if you guys remember one of the earliest lives that I did, one of you had a question on will we ever have peace on our nation? And the cards that I drew were those beautiful cards. But it was about the Two of Cups, and it was about us getting to know each other again. This is by the process by which that is going to happen through Don Julio. And you know what? And it's the GOP, this mess they made. They tried to just pretend like it's not us, it's the Democrats. And the Democrats dutifully cleaned up the crap, got us going where we needed to be. And now there's no one to blame with them. And this is their karma, because the South Node, we talked a lot about North Node and South Node last time. I explained what that meant in some diagrams. Thank you for your feedback on that, because you said it was really, really helpful. But the South Node is a point of the moon's position related to the sun along the earth, okay? And at that point, that is about releasing stuff. It's a karmic point. You don't grow from there. So the South Node right now is sitting on top of the Republican sun in their chart from the 1800 something. So this is also the karma that has to play out for them to clean up their crap. And you guys, it's the wound. The wounded healer. Nobody can heal your wound but yourself. And this is what they're doing. They're going to have to clean this all up. And it's going to suck and it's going to be terrible. Just stay away from the news. Don't go there. Relax and take care of yourself. I have promised myself one more wrinkle. I will not do that. You know, when he was in office last time, it was like the theft of my late 40s. I'm like, I'm never going to get those back. I refuse to give him any more of my attention, because there's just so many amazing, wonderful, wonderful things happening in the world. I just can't believe how much we're missing out just because we're shocked in horror. No, I know, Electra, that's okay. Electra, I totally understand. And we're going to keep voting like our inner black woman, because again, they're the ones that are saving us. And the time might not be right for you or any time, but there are those who are open to it. So if we just let the process unfold, it doesn't mean you have to be a participant. We're just letting it unfold, because they have to clean up this crap. Okay? North and Delphia. North Node is going into fish world, Neptune 27 degrees, like the start of the Civil War. I know there's a lot of parallels to that, but a lot of people are forgetting that we've had our Pluto return. We have gone through 2020 with those great synods, with the Saturn-Pluto conjunction, the Jupiter-Pluto conjunctions, and all that stuff. It is rewriting everything. Plus, we have Saturn and Neptune going into Aries, the end of the propaganda movement. We've been in a war for over a decade. It's the information war. Things aren't getting destroyed outside and our lives are carrying on and blah, 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 blah. But it is destroying us inside, okay? It's very much like a war. And it is a war because Putz said so, and the bill behind bars redacted that from the Mueller report that the Russia was at war with the United States, until Judge Reggie came back and said, hey, you have to unredact this. And here's the other thing. I want you guys to feel a little bit more optimistic about this time around, because I know I sure as heck was. I was like, oh my gosh. because we've been there and we've done that. I remember back in end of 2016 into 2017, knowing that there was something very, very wrong. I need to get to the bottom of this. And I was just consumed with trying to find out the details and connect the dots and la, 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 la. And it took a couple years. I mean, it took a solid year to like kind of find your groups on social media, who was reliable, who wasn't, who was about, and recognizing when you were getting flooded with information. It took us a long time to get there. And it took Don Holy a while to figure out how government works. But here we are again. The world's not going to put up with him. We've already found each other. You guys, I didn't pick up tarot cards until the end of December 2018. This is why I started reading tarot, and I started my original channel, The Queen's Tarot, in 2019 because I was seeing so much stuff. We are so far ahead of the game collectively. Show me how we're collectively ahead of the game this time around. And the thing is, I know everyone's really angry, but there's an edge that everybody, if you pay attention, everybody has kind of this edge, like, I'm not doing this again. No way. There is a lot of rebellion. You're not necessarily seeing the words, but you can feel the edge. You can hear it in the tone of people's voices. Wait, what was this card I was drawing? How we're better off now because we have what? We know how he operates, Gemini. We know who his pals are. We know his behavior. What he says isn't what he means. And we know clearly his crimes. We know his relationship with the putts and the oligarchs and la la la. We understand him so much better this time around. And here, I'm going to show you this image that kept coming into my mind the other day. When we had the sun past Pluto, so Donald, like as, the day goes on and the earth spins, it's like Pluto is leading the sun. He's the leader. And so Pluto now rising before the sun, as I was saying, it has intensity to it. It has self-empowerment, but it's like everything that's coming towards him is coming with the force and destruction of Pluto and Hades. And he's not a healthy guy. So it's really, really hard for him. So as I think I was driving, and we'll see if I can draw. I am no Cash Peters. But I was seeing hands sticking up from underwater. Okay? And it was like he had his head up, but then it was down. Oh no! Like Mr. Bill. And this was Pluto coming by and like stomping on his head and taking a big step. That's what's happening. It's like, it's just stepping on him. He wasn't even in the water last time. This time, he is in the water. He's got his hands in the air. Like he even to me feels like this is not what I bargained for. This is just too different. But, this week, I'm just going to have my temper tantrum of all these executive orders and all things that have been building up for the last 4 years of what I want to do. Let that get out of his system. There's nothing left beyond that, okay? And rebellion will be coming in more and more. Right now, we're just like seeing the worst of it. We are sitting ducks, and people are trying to filter out which side they're standing upon, okay? Why is he acting so fast? I think he's acting so fast because I think he's deaf. He is very, very fearful. I think he can't believe that, like, the Biden administration, like, he can't believe the transition of power happened. He thought for sure he was going to be denied and that he was going to, whip up his people in a frenzy, and that'll be their excuse for World War. Like, they seem to me to have contingency plans if they weren't allowed in the White House, but they were. And so he's been in office this long, and nothing has happened. And it's almost like with every passing day, it terrorizes him. Like, he wakes up and he's like, crap, what am I? It's like he knows he's walking into something. He is terrified for what is around the corner. I have so much fear around him because he can't believe he's in this position. I don't think he expected to be able to have MLK Day. I think he thought it was going to be revoked. And I think that's why so many of the readers couldn't see him getting inaugurated, was because they moved the location. Because whenever I was like tuning into the Capitol outside, like, I never saw him. It just wasn't happening. Well, it didn't, So he's doing that. He knows he has limited time. And, I think that's why he went with like those blanket January 6th pardons, because he needs his people out on the ground doing his bidding and making sure that they're creating space for him, because he has to make sure he creates as much space as he can from anyone getting to him and his food. He is so terrified, you guys. I love that visual. Yes. Julia, sorry. That can't be original art. Looks like AI to me. Yeah, please don't report this as being AI, you guys. Yeah, and every time, you're right, Electra, Biden set a trap. I can't wait to see how it ends. There are traps all over the place, and our allies have the traps. It's everywhere. And now, like, Don Julio's people, like, I felt it the other day, like, they got in, they're like, oh, I'm not touching this stuff, because I think his people know things are booby-trapped. And not only will that set off something in the United States, it's going to set off something abroad. Oh, they tried to get this thing. They tried to get that thing. And then think about all the the faux, fake records they created to entrap them and just bury them and stuff, Okay, we talked about that. You guys just want to make sure you're looking at ProPublica and Mark Elias at Democracy Docket. I am going to subscribe to him. Oh, you guys, I thought this was so cool. So the National Archives, like, if you want something to do, put this in your bookmarks. The National Archives, put this in the bookmark on your browser. They need people to translate documents that were written in cursive, because so many people cannot read cursive anymore. And, and it's like that fancy script cursive from like the 1700s, 1800s. They need people to translate these documents, and there's millions of them. And these are documents like from, people who are in office, or like if there was a war going on or directives going on, they need people to do this. So I know I signed up. I have my account. But, people are saying if you just do like 30 minutes a week to translate a document, how much fun is that? And you are supporting your nation, right? Melinda, we're all seeing and feeling a trap. There is such a big trap. Yes, Patty, he is afraid for his life. He is terrified, and I almost am like, talk about coming unhinged, because he just is so terrified. And I think Filoni, he doesn't care, but all these guys who are on the inside are realizing, like, fudge. What are they realizing? What are they realizing when it comes to they're in a trap? Uranus genius. They thought they were going to hatch the surprise upon us. There's your Uranus and Taurus. It's reversed. They don't want to set off the triggers. It's like they don't want to do the stuff that they thought that they were going to do. Donald, what are you so scared about? What are you so scared about, Donald? Oh, this a-holio, this mofo. The provoker. This is card. So this card goes in tandem for me. The provoker. And then I do that one, part of fortune. They look really similar, right? This is what's showing up for me is kind of like the tag team in comms, who you're talking to. This one, part of fortune, is the United States. This is our enemy. And this card is your comms with the enemy. So this is what has him most scared about. Has him most scared about. Oh, he just feels like he just wants to just constrict and try to get super, because we all know what a coward he is, but he can't do that. He has to be like strongman, but he wants to die. He just feels so, this is what is making him feel so awful inside and just wants to escape his body. Just feel so, like I'm feeling it like in my bladder area and like my intestines, like they all, like he wants to pee his pants. Well, he does, but you know, it's just, it's like he's that fearful. He makes him pee more frequently in that diaper. So this is the stuff that has him utterly terrified. It's manifesting in his body. But on top is, yeah, I'm strong, man. This is what I have to do. But I'm falling in this trap. And oh my God, I think there's a trap over here. There's a trap over here. He can't go in any direction. And I think there's a trap over here. He's looking at all of his options here. He's put so much into his term. It's like he doesn't know if he's ever going to be able to open it up and unleash all the stuff that he wants. He's also looking at his options, what he can do, who he can throw under the bus. So this is making him feel awful. The Queen of Pentacles, this is another nation. This is the evidence of him giving to another nation, taking from the U.S. It's also the new nation that he wants to create. But you have to have so many people, like a nation size crew to get this done. And there's a lot of talking going on. Because he did that. He's feeling sick about the Page of Pentacles. Hackers, I just got Jared is so much trouble. All of his little pages that he paid off to go do stuff for him because they're not so smart. They don't have the infrastructure or insulation to not get pinged. And he knows, he feels sick to his stomach because of all their intercepts. And he feels the tower. It's coming. It is just burning him up inside so badly, like something's going to have to give. And so that's inside of him. What he sees out there trying to act like strongman, he's like the high priestess, all these secrets. This is the plan that's supposed to be happening. I just drew that before. The plan to get it done. It's like he's too afraid now to reach behind the veil. That the plan, it's Project 2025. That's what it is. It feels like it's booby trapped to him. Well, you know it is. This feels like a challenge to him. The Six of Pentacles. The quid pro quos, who gets what? I think that's why he's freezing a lot of things too, so they can assess where they are, because there's just too much. They need to slow down the machine to see where the vulnerabilities are and where they could be booby trapped. And everything he stole and he's given away, those have records. Yeah. Okay, how you guys doing? So many astrologers, psychics, tarot readers are consistently pulling same cards, same messages. Go inside, trust your truth. Trust, no doubt, and hold the light. Yeah, thank you for saying that. Is exactly why I'm not watching the news and I am staying in the light. Because you guys, it is so awful. And you know that analogy when if we're all stuck in the ditch, who is going to get us out? And that's where I'm going to be. And I have to do that for my health, but it's just, we just have to let this unfold. And I just don't think this is going to go on and on for 4 years. I mean, who knows, but it just, it feels finite. It doesn't feel like dragging on. Will they try BB and Jared at the ICJ to get as co-defendants? They're going to get their due. I haven't been able to look so in depth at all the other locations, but it's all the same people. Oh, January 28th. Is that what it's that report is coming out through, is it through Canada? Is that the ICJ or is that something else? There's a report coming out on January 28th. That's what he is so afraid of. And like people wanted it released before MLK Day, but this is a huge day. This is the day before the new moon in Aquarius, you guys. This, holy crap. What? Oh my gosh, what a horrible way to go into a new moon Aquarius, because there's going to be so much drama and fallout from this. A new moon Aquarius, you're supposed to be getting your game on, your dreams on. It's like the Lunar New Year. It's such a powerful point, especially with Pluto empowering the sun. But he's going to go backwards because he's like, oh my God, I got it. This fallout, I got to pay this person, that. It's like he's so reactionary. He can't grow. This is what I mean. He has squandered so many amazing opportunities with the cosmic transits for the last at least year, if not two. Like, I just get so stunned when I'm like, he should be thriving, but he's going the opposite direction. This is exactly how this feels. So you don't remember his MLK Day started in the full moon lunation, with the moon at 24 degrees Cancer, the sun at 24 degrees Capricorn. And like I said, that is his kryptonite. So he celebrated his MLK with this lunation that has got him every single time. It's taken time, but like the worst of the worst has always happened with this degree for him. That's how he started MLK Day, in this lunation. And before he gets to the new moon where he should be reviving himself with energies, this thing is going to drop. And that was just as the sun and Pluto were changing degrees and who's going to lead who. And we haven't had the sun and Pluto together like this for 245 years, whatever, okay? And when you match this to the timeline from 1776, I think we're like in about the timeline where Ben Franklin goes over to Europe, talks with France. France recognizes the United States as a sovereign country. You know, it takes so many months to come back by boat. But last time around, we were extricating ourselves from a king. Here we are again. We have a king. He thinks he's king. And we're going to do it again. That's our history. That's the way it happens, okay? Yeah, Electra, I totally agree with you. Yes, Antoinette, I totally agree. Oh, yeah, you know what? I totally agree with you on that, Delphian. Amy Barrett is an Aquarian. She is shifting to the middle of the road. And you know what? The Pluto in Aquarius is going to help her maintain being in the middle. Clarence, he has a lineup of Leo planets like Don Holio, like Weisselberg, and it's just a matter of time before everything falls onto him. We're getting closer to that. This Pluto Aquarius is deadly for the China Nana, okay? We're waiting for it to get to like 4 degrees Aquarius, but we're going to see hints of that. Yes, Paisley, January 29th, year of the wood snake begins to. Okay, there goes my throat. So we have all these transits this year. Whenever it's the year of the snake, Russia falters. I wish I had gotten a list of those things, but I mean, like, these are things like related to wars and rebellions and like major events that they lose and are just SOL. Always happens with the year of the. Shall we look at the year of the snake? I do not like to read on the Russia, but I have been very curious. Year of the snake. Oh gosh, I just had putts in my brain go pop like a little soap bubble. Year of the snake. Let's put this back in here. Year of the snake, it's this one. It's deadly. I often, when there's passings, major passings, people passing away, or like them wanting to get rid of democracy, this card always comes up. This is what was crowning the skies of DC the week that Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg passed away. So the year of the snake, here comes Neptune. Holy cow. And its effect, I want to know its effect on the Russia. Reports are that Ukraine is making great. Yeah, they should. I've totally seen them. They're like ready to go. They just need to weaken this guy a little bit more. Or maybe the or the year of the snake. What is the, oh my God. This is like missiles are getting launched. Pew! 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 It's a Russia. Is the seventh house partners. These are their partnerships, and this even goes with the China Na and the North K nation next to them because they keep using their soldiers. This is Don Julio. These are all their partnerships. And it lands splat. This is like splat. Oh boy. The Knight of Swords. Here comes all that intel. I am hearing horses, galloping horses. I wonder if someone's going to get him. It's like there's people coming for him. They're on the ground. But so the year of the snake is going to go pew. Seven of Cups. This is the plan that we haven't been able to see to this point that's been built up under Biden. Seven of Cups, what? Unleashing their stuff on the government to really hit them. The Ten of Cups. So this is usually like the Republican Party. Does that mean they've come around? Groups and organizations, nation states. It's like everyone gets on the same page finally. And, ooh, there goes the Six Wands mob. It's like as each one of these mobster things fails, it's like they withdraw farther and farther away. Holy crap, I wouldn't want to be in the Russia. Maybe this would be a good time to tell Tucker to, have his channel over there. Maybe he should go there like all year. Maybe we could just send them all on sabbatical there to do their reporting. What do you think? Okay, I need to get these right side up because this is just kind of driving me crazy. I don't know why I think I was doing the yes, no 13 card. I was asking questions. Actually, you know what? Yep, it would be. Let's take a little break. This would be a good time to take a 3-minute break. Okay? Let's take a 3-minute break. I usually like to do that around 45 minutes. And then they'll let me clear my head on what we're supposed to do next. Oh my gosh, you guys. Okay. Okie doke. So we can go about another 20, 30... Wait, what am I doing? Let me look at my little... I knew it. I knew I was missing some more. I need to look at my little pink Post-its. Where did I put my Post-its? First stack, I threw a bunch on the ground. Oh, is it back here? Ah, darn it. Nope. That's not it. That's not it. Where are my Post-its? Okay, well maybe I don't need them. Are they behind here? No, I do think... Oh, the other thing. Donald. The other reason why things just are so much more difficult for him is because he's got himself in like kind of a Saturn return, because when he was 45, Saturn was in Sagittarius. 47, Saturn is squaring that in Pisces. So it's like he is on this mission. It's like he's on a mission to get everything done that he wanted to get done then, because he finally figured it out, but he's a day late and a dime short to figure stuff out. So it's like he can't go back. He cannot go back. And he has this magical thinking that I can go back and just make sure I just get this laundry list of things done and I'm going to be okay before I get caught with this stuff. But the problem is Saturn is now square to that in Pisces with Neptune. And then his sun and moon now, his soul, his life force, his leadership, and his moon, how he's feeling, his emotional body, are caught here. He just cannot make the dial move. He wants to go back to the past. He can't. We're just in a totally different realm. And this, what is this doing to him? I mean, aside from all that stuff. My cards just like squirt out all over the place, which I think could be symbolic. Yeah, because he has no structure. Things are just squirting out. He just doesn't feel like he's got the reins of this. Even though he's got all the money and blah, 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 blah. He is just... How is the Saturn Pisces thwarting him from the past and trying to go forward? From the past, it is doing this, and going forward, it's doing this. Found Donald's body. He's feeling... What's crowning Donald? This is not a helpful Saturn in Pisces. Oh, his ability to communicate with other people. The ability for not the higher ups, but the peons, the lower level people, to talk to one another and influence. That Ace of Pentacles. He has no influence. He does not have a fresh start. He would like to get to this point again, to just redo everything. And like, I can't even draw another card. This Saturn is giving him problems with those type of people, because in the past, this Saturn is interfering with what he did in the past. Oh my God. This is my dream card. This would be reversed. This is the challenge, is trying to... this is the psyops. These are the people who are available to suggest to, maybe Supreme Court judges, maybe you want to do this, maybe you want to favor him this way. The people influencing legislators to get them to do something, aside from Heg's gross person, that influence to get people to do stuff, it was so easy back then. But going forward, the Page of Wands. He has people who want to go do stuff, but they have nobody to talk to. I almost feel like this is like a line of... Oh my gosh, I wonder if these are agencies, individual people working in agencies who are standing up and saying, no, I will not comply. I do not comply. What are those people doing? Going forward. This is my no card. They're saying no. No what? No. They're saying no to the Republican Party. They're saying no to the mob. We've been here, done that. So that's what's having problems for him from the past and going forward. He just feels sick. The Six of Pentacles reversed, he just feels like a big zero, uncharitable. Nobody's helping him. He's stuck. He can't get these people to act. That's what Saturn is doing. Crowning him, the Four of Swords. Things going dormant. Trying to get like the next round of co-conspirators to go, because like the Ace 2 3 is like the original group of conspirators. The 4 5 6 is like the next level middleman. The middlemen are having a really hard time based on this Saturn and transit in Pisces. And oh my gosh, we are going to have planets finally go direct this month soon, please. It just feels like Jupiter and Uranus have just been retrograde for just way too long. How are you guys doing? Oh wait, where am I? Here. Yeah, like Murkowski. There's a lot more people who want to go along. Joni Ernst is afraid of getting married. Otherwise, she would have been there. How does Muskrat plan to? He's the back channel. He's got his Starlink. He's like the person who is funneling money, you know, all of like his contracts, monies, resources out the back door to our enemies. That's what he's doing. And he bought the presidency. He gets to do what he wants, just like Teal bought the vice presidency. Okay? Okay, so we're all just watching him. Yes, please like and share. I need to reach my 1,000 subscribers by the end of the month. I don't know if I'm going to make it. I'm about like 200 some away. We are going to get there though. And thank you so much for your love and support with that. Okay. What else? What else? There was some other things I wanted to talk with you guys about. I really wish I could find that. Where are they? Did I put them over here? Okay, well, I don't know where they are. Yeah. So, we need to think, you guys in the interim, think about your new moon wishes in Aquarius, what you want to have happen there. That's the humanitarian. That is, as one of our, from the old channel, I forgot what his name was, but he's like, that's the king killer. The sign of Aquarius with Saturn, you bet it's the king killer. And Don Julio knows it. Okay? Electra, when will he get his karma? I don't know, but I don't know, have you guys seen the movie Thor, Love and Thunder? One of the last Marvel movies with Thor in it. So, spoiler. At the end of the movie, it is the guy who has the sword that kills the gods. Okay? He was given this sword, and he wanted retribution on all the gods everywhere, and he wanted to kill them all because the god that was their god that they would pray to, you know, their whole town died, his village was gone, and his daughter died in his hands. So he's very angry and vengeful. So he got, I forgot what this sword is called. So he had the necro sword. So he wanted to kill all the gods. And because he wanted to make it to infinity, if he got the sword and he got to this place called infinity on his journey, he could make a wish and have whatever he wanted. Well, at the same time, there's some other emergencies going on, and another character in the movie, good guy, is dying, not Thor. And but they're in this space. It's just this endless kind of white space. And it's like this character is coming to terms with the reality of where he is, where he's going, and what's really important to him. And he then remembers his true love, which is his daughter, and wishes and wants his daughter back. But to have this wish, it's like he has to sacrifice himself and he dies. But I always see Elon. I always see him in this giant white space, kind of in that space of reckoning where you realize, holy crap, well, almost for him, but he's like just kind of sitting there on the ground with his arm on his knee and talking to someone saying, yeah, I had it all, but then this happened, and then this happened, and he's just out of the game. He's out of touch. I don't think he's like in heaven. I think he is I always see him in this space. He's away, he can't get out, and it's like, in the movie, the next step for him is death, But, I'd really like that South African to go back. Gorn the God Butcher, thank you, Emmy. Gore, yes, Gore. I forget the actor in that movie, but he was so good at that character. He played Batman for a while. What will Elon's March look like? It's going to be terrible for everybody. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Okay, so let me go back here, you guys, with your, thank you. We're gonna end it here, you guys, except for those of you with your super chats. I will draw some cards for you. So I just want to say thank you for everyone for coming out and joining me tonight. I will be back next week after I get back from California. And thank you so much for coming out. And please subscribe. Please double check your subscriptions. Please spread the word. I would really like to make it to 1,000 subscribers. We're going to be okay, you guys. There's a reason why this week just felt so awfully crappy, horrible. And it was related to our quarter moon chart and the Sun-Pluto conjunction. But we're going to be okay. But you have to be patient and take care of yourselves. Please get your news from somewhere else, okay? So we'll be seeing you. You guys are welcome to stay and watch, but I want to get to these super chat questions. Okay, let's see. We have Joni, just kidding, and Gigi. Joni. Can you guys write down your questions? Question, Joni, just kidding, Gigi. I think that's it, right? So I will do that. Put this to the side. Put that here, put this here. Thank you, Rob. Stay safe. Thank you, Rosie Grammy. Safe travels, yes. Do you really think that we're just going to roll over and nothing will stop him? I think not. I totally agree with you. It's like everyone is just kind of watching it like, really? We're really going to do this? And kind of disbelief. But this new moon, Aquarius, will get things going. And then it's going to be a total shite show come March. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. No, not in heaven. Oh, yes, Christian Bale. That's who it was. Okay, so let me see if I can go back and find your questions. Can I find your questions? If I can't find your questions, where is this? I can still draw cards and you can intuit it, okay? Where are we? Oh, thank you, Purple Sky. Do you have a question, Purple Sky? Where are these? Did I really just lose all these? Thank you so much. Gigi. Okay. Gigi. B-Day is 2/5. I think that's Is that going to be around the new moon? That's going to be around the new moon. This new moon Aquarius is your birthday gift from the universe. Tell me what brand new year's bringing. So what is this new year bringing? It's going to bring a lot because it's going to be crazy March through August. Health. Finance. Okay, so if I were to... Okay. Give me some card. We're going to look at health. That just feels normal. It just feels like something you need to tend to, like routine. Got to look at something here. These are your shared resources, debts, something needs tending to, income. Feels good. The Queen of Swords. You can get your brain on, make some decisions, talk to people, come up with solutions. This is kind of like all encompassing when you're like really taking some leadership. So health, Page of Pentacles. Okay, so I don't do health readings, you guys. Page of Pentacles. I think of bone structure. I think of blood that comes from the bone. But this is a young person. And it's not reversed. Oh, this is what you have to watch your bones this year. More calcium, okay? And those exercises that help, is it weight training, weight resistance, help strengthen the bones. These are the professionals. And you have some really talented professionals out there that can take some information on what you've been doing and what your plans are and come up with a new plan. You're drawing up a plan for something. I like that this Temperance card is over here because they are taking it serious and looking at the big picture and like being super thorough. March through August is going to test everybody's health. Okay. Financial, investments, salary coming in through investments, savings, maybe other things that you've invested in that have value. Take stock of all. Does it take stock of all your stuff? And the debts. This is shared debts. This is reversed. And it is major arcana. So there's a shared debt, or it could be inheritance coming in. Maybe it's not what you expected it to be, but that needs to be addressed because maybe you were expecting this to come out of it, but it's going to present like this. It's going to be a yucky year, but I think this is where this is working together. Okay, Gigi? Yay! I like that. Okay. Question. My fourth house perfection year is on Neptune and Scorpio. Oh boy. Okay. Perfection year is like kind of, for those of you in the background, just generally it's kind of like your year overall. Okay. Like I've talked about solar returns, but you can look at specific places in the chart and how is something behaving that year, okay? So we are going to go back down here. You have your fourth house perfection year is on. I also have Neptune in Scorpio. Is this what's anchoring your chart, is Neptune in Scorpio? What should you be aware of? Well, this is very interesting because we're going to have Neptune right now. Where is it? In your chart, that would be Neptune in Pisces, and it's going to go, oops, I'm sorry. No, 4, 5. Where is it going? Scorpio? Okay, I don't think I drew all my houses. Anyway, it's going into Aries, which is also Mars ruled, okay? So you and I both have Mars ruled Neptunes. That is going to bring heat, and that Neptune is going to be there as well. Fourth house perfection. Let's get some context. What's going on here? Oh, I found my pink cards. They were in this box. Fourth house perfection year. What's Neptune doing? This feels really deep, really, really deep. And that sacrifice card. And like where all that originated, where all that was born from, came from, your deepest roots of self. This is a big thing coming. This is a big, big thing coming back to be revisited. That I have to address this Aries Neptune because it's Mars ruled. Okay. Fourth house. Sagittarius, I see. Also Jupiter ruled. Neptune is Pisces, Jupiter ruled, modern ruler. Faraway lands, your faith. It's also very intuitive and psychic, like downloading a lot of information. This feels very philosophical to me. The planet Neptune is behaving in the, it's so karmic. We've got the South Node here. So we've got the South Node that's going to be in Pisces. It is going to release a lot of stuff. It can be karmic stuff, but it's like everything is coming back together. And know that South Node releasing something also might mean finally releasing the gifts that are due to you. But there's a lot of past coming up, and you're going to be able to do what? Chariot, Cancer, reverse. However, there are messy things here that need to be addressed. So much water. You don't necessarily have to protect yourself from water. But I think where Neptune has in the past rippled water, emotional waters very, very deep and have kind of churned things up. That's what's coming back. But the opportunity is stability. Okay. That if something was sitting on you, you get to release it. But also it will bring great stability for going forth. Like how it's grounded beneath your feet. And the Neptune Mars, look at stability. What did I say? It's going to bring stability. Oh, calf. Okay. So we have Gigi. We did JK. We have Kath. I'm still waiting on Joni. Has anybody seen Joni? You're welcome, Gigi. Joni. Oh, purple sky. Thank you, okay, purple. Okay, Kath, Joni, purple. No, thank you, sweetheart. Just have a great evening. Thank you so much, purple. Okay, we did the purple. There you go, purple. 10 of Cups. 2, 4, thank you. Okay, Kath. Oh, your birthday's around the same time, so this applies to you. This new moon is like your cosmic gift from the universe. I'm just so glad that this new moon is not an eclipse. Okay. I need structure. Will I get there? I made some goals. What does the future? Okay, so you need structure and goals where in your life? Kath needs structure and goals. Oh, here, this is what we're going to do. This is what you need to address. Structure and goals. I need structure. Will I get there and meet some goals? Okay, near future, I'm going to say it's going to be messy because March through August is messy, okay? But this structure is going to help give you your goal here, at the heart of it. This is the challenge. Saturn return age. How about that? I love this because Aquarius is ruled by Saturn. It is its original ruler. Saturn in Aquarius. We already had Saturn in Aquarius, but this is where this planet behaves in the most exalted way. And Saturn is the planet of structure. It gives us structure. It helps us meet our goals. When you want to set structure and goals, this is the card that you want to have come up because this addresses it. Oh, look at the South Node again. We're releasing from the past. So, as these eclipses happen, especially come this spring, it is going to unlock a lot of things. And right now I'm getting is keep working on purging because you need to create space. You need to create more mental space, more space just in your day-to-day life. Just those things that you just don't want to tend to, tie up those loose ends, okay? Because it's like you're getting rid of old stuff because you're making way, and that allows the stuff that you've worked on so diligently to come to light, okay? So this is a goal. Oh boy, that's a big goal. Pluto and is a transformative goal. This, we get to this new moon, Pluto and Aquarius. This is so self-empowering, okay? And Pluto is also about purging. It's also about healing. This is also going to take some time for the bigger goal. The bigger goal being the Emperor. Is that you sitting on your throne feeling like you've got this all done? You've got this all settled? Powerful people. Powerful desire. It needs a lot of space. A goal like this, your partnerships, whether it's business, romantic, but the goals that you're dealing with people, you have to set boundaries. Clear boundaries, write it down on paper, step by step, day to day. How are you doing with your progress? There's an ending or a huge change, but your partnerships are also going to need a ton of structure and a ton of will. And I love it because the setup right now is going to give you the vim and vigor to get it done, okay? But it's a process. It's a process. At the heart of it, we have... Are you ready for eclipse season? March is going to be hard, okay? You need to clean up stuff in between these eclipses. Whatever you have hanging out there, loose ends, stuff that needs to be addressed. If you need forgiveness or need to make apologies, go do that. Address what needs to be done, okay? You'll get there, but you're asking big. You're going to have to plan big, okay? Does that make sense? There you go. Okay, so that's it, you guys. Wait. I just want to grab a card for Joni. I know she probably left and she never has a question, but Joni, we're going to get a card for you. Temperance. The alchemy of you. Okay. That's it. Thank you guys so much for your super chats. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for your questions, and take care of you. That is the most important thing, to be diligent, taking care of you, not one more wrinkle, getting centered in yourself, owning your space, owning your ground, and enjoying it, and not being afraid of your space and the ground that you hold, okay? We'll talk to you later. Bye. Peace and hug. Aw, thank you. Yep, chins up, shoulders back, and smile. No more wrinkles. Not one more wrinkle. We're not going to do that. Okay, bye. Thanks.